So I'm not sure if you've ever followed the Facebook page, but this is my office. So this mall was built in like 1987, I think. It's got the old Eaton Center. You know, Eaton's was the flagship store at the one end of the mall. And it was part of this downtown revitalization project. It was a complete and utter failure in Ontario because what they did was they tried to take the model of Toronto, where a massive mall in the downtown core worked, and put it into these like little small towns or mid-sized towns in a little bit more rural Ontario, which didn't work. This mall was probably from 87 to 95 maybe. That's probably the height of when it existed. Eaton's was bankrupt, and this was bankrupt, and that was bankrupt. Nobody fixed their shoes anymore. They bought new ones. No one got keys cut anymore. So we have a failure. So for the past 3 years, I've been using this as my office, if you will. There's old benches that were left over from when the mall was thriving. I found tables and desks that I was using. I could plug in my phone, I could plug in my computer, I could get work done. It was quiet, so I was able to make phone calls if I needed to. Even right now, I'm kind of holding my voice back, and the reason is there's people here now, and that's really kind of starting to weird me out. For the longest time, no one would ever come here. Like, why come to an old mall in the middle of downtown that really had absolutely nothing except on the third floor, I think there's like one of those high school diploma equivalency schools. Other than that, nothing. So I'd be using the space like crazy, and it was awesome. Like, I just felt like I was going to work when I was here. Like, I could dress up in a suit if I wanted to. Never did. But I mean, it was just my space. Security would pass by every once in a while. I'm sipping my coffee, doing my work. They're like, hey, have a nice day. And it was all good. But recently, because I haven't been here in a good number of months, I've realized that the university has really moved in at the other end of the building. And that's totally fine. I mean, like, I'm not going to ask for the whole mall myself. Like, you know, well, maybe 75% I want. But still, they built a new student center down there with lounges, student lounges, this, that, the other. There's offices. There's actually two student lounges. One is for study, one is for play. There's ping pong tables. There's air hockey table. And then the other one upstairs, which I actually went into, and was fantastic because they had all these outlets, had way better chairs and desks than I'm used to out here in the friggin' Siberian steppe. And I actually took advantage of that for a little bit today, so I might be back there a little bit. But more importantly, can you say hello to my studio? Because I've realized that over the winter, when I'm not really able to film outside so much, and I really hate filming in my own house. I fucking hate filming in the house. This is going to be fantastic, and it's going to be fantastic for a number of reasons, and I already have a few plans. One, can we just talk about this pure, beautiful yellow brick wall? Because I'm loving it. I love that it can be a blank canvas. It is completely available to me to do whatever the fuck I want. And because of that, it allows me to really play with some of my content, I think, going forward, especially, like I say, when it's non-gardening, when it's hands-on seed planting, plant pruning, plant repotting, plant transitioning, plant spitting, any of those kind of things, when it's just like a talking head. Like right now, I'd be able to play with this background. I can create it as I will. And I'm going to kind of show you something else that I think is really, really cool. Come here. So like I said, in like the late 80s, this was built as one of those malls. No idea why they would have all that natural light over there, but they would decide to put the garden over and along here. So you have this entire wall of indoor soil. There's like this petrified tree from 1996. That's a little bit weird, but here's what I'm thinking. Can you imagine if I bring one plant a week, just one plant a week, and I just slowly build up a little bit of an atrium? Is that something that we'd like to see? Because I certainly would. It's like some contraband compost. See if I can turn this indoor mess of bricks and old vermiculite and bits of glass. Holy fuck, man. Zero water. I wonder if I can turn it into my oasis. We'll see. For now, I'm just left realizing that I have to share my office. It still beats out the library, because at least here I can talk in a reasonable voice and not feel like a douche. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.